You're listening to the People's News on Community Radio KPFT, Houston. Change Happens, one of the largest Black-founded and Black-led nonprofits in the greater Gulf Coast region, has been working with vulnerable and disadvantaged populations since 1989. The mission of Change Happens is to empower people to help themselves. And since its inception, Change Happens has been providing programs and services through a holistic approach with the belief there is no such thing as a single-issue struggle because we do not live single-issue lives. The organization was awarded a $100,000 grant from the Foot Locker Foundation Community Engagement Program to support its Each One of Us program. We talked to Helen Stagg, CEO of Change Happens, about the organization and what they do in the community.
Can you tell our listeners what is Change Happens and what do you guys do for the community?
Change Happens is a profit community-based organization. We provide a whole list of holistic services, all designed to educate, empower, and provide to the needs of people in our community. We have a 31-year history of working here in Houston in the 3rd Ward as well as all of Harris County, and we're currently in 59 other counties across Texas as well with some of our programs and services. We do everything from after-school and summer enrichment programs to going into schools and other community settings to work with young people and youth for prevention of drugs, alcohol, tobacco, teen pregnancy. We work with youth who are incarcerated and transitioning back to the community to provide employment, education, training, mentoring, educational and employment opportunities. We have programs that work with housing for people who are homeless, working on issues of HIV, to prevent and to treat. We have programs that work with people who are experiencing core-carrying mental and substance misuse disorders. We are also a federal navigator program working on issues of enrollment to health care through the Affordable Care Act. We focus on young girls who are involved in the justice system to provide case management and wraparound services and mentoring as well. And we are advocating on issues of disproportionality regarding educational opportunities, youth involvement, particularly with minority young boys and girls in the justice system, and access to health care. So we have this whole holistic approach into the services that we provide.
And now you guys, I see you have the $100,000 grant that was given to you by by the Foot Locker Foundation Community Engagement Program. Can you tell us about that and in the program itself?
Yes, we are indeed fortunate and grateful that we were selected by Foot Locker and List for this really outstanding award. We have a mentoring program. It's called Each One of Us. We've been in mentoring for over 20 years. This particular project works with young men of color attending Yates High School. Yates High School, as you might know, is a inner city school in the 3rd Ward area, and it was founded by Jack Yates, who was a former enslaved person. And so we have been providing mentoring, particularly at that school, for over 3 years now. We started with a grant through the Obama Foundation under the My Brother's Keeper program. We've expanded it to our Each One of Us mentoring program, where we match a caring adult with a young man. And through that process, we know, and the research indicates, that young people who are engaged with mentors, a caring adult, someone to talk with, a friend, to support on an ongoing, regular basis, their academic achievements improve, their involvement in the justice system decreases, the risk of substance use and gang activity decreases as well. And this program will allow us, the funding from Foot Locker List will allow us to expand the program and to reach 100 more additional young men attending Yates High School.
How can people find out about your organization?
Well, they can visit our website, which is changehappens.tx.org to find out more information. They can call us at 713-374-1200. We will have all today with the announcement, we'll have all kinds of social media platforms that we'll be on, so they can check that out and find out a lot more. And we invite people to visit, to call, to learn more about the organization.
Yeah, and I guess you take people that want to mentor also from the community?
Yes, and that's one of the things. A mentor requires a commitment of time. We expect them to make a commitment of at least 12 months and at least 4 hours a month to spend time with a young person. We know from evidence as well that you just can't come into a young person's life and be there for a week or two or a couple of months, because it can have an unintended effect on that whole relationship. So we have to recruit mentors. And where do we recruit them from? From our community. We recruit from colleges and universities and university students, from civic organizations, from businesses. And that's anyone, of course, we have a lot of mentees, young men and young girls who want to participate in the program, but sometimes the demand does not match those people, potential mentors who are responding. So recruitment is an ongoing effort, and we would love for people to want to get involved and engage and serve in this really important role to serve as mentors for young people at risk.
I was going to ask, what's the relationship with the universities around the area, especially Texas Southern University and University of Houston and Rice?
Yes, they're all within this area. As you know, we're about walking distance from U of H and Texas Southern, and Rice is in close proximity as well. And we have a really good, long-standing relationship, not only with trying to recruit mentors from the student population, but serving as an institution here, Change Happens, to provide opportunities for interns and social work to come and work in the community. We work with various departments, including the UH Medical School and the Education Department and TSU's Evaluation Services. They provide staff and faculty to serve on our community advisory boards. We have relationships with evaluators from all of those universities, and they come in as external evaluators to look at our programs and to collect information and data and evidence that supports what we're doing and the effects and the outcomes that we're having. So we have long-standing relationships with all of them.
All right. Hey, thanks so much. I know you have 10 minutes.
Yeah. Okay. Well, great. I'm glad to talk with you. And I just want to say that we're really thankful and grateful to Foot Locker List and for seeing the program that we have here and for realizing what the impact that it can have and our deep connection to this community. Their awarding that grant helps. We really appreciate their understanding that and understanding how that helps in terms of expanding and growing the program. So we're really thankful for that.
That was Change Happens CEO Helen Stagg. You can find out more about the organization by going to changehappens.org. You're listening to the People's News on Community Radio KPFT, Houston.